Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. All right. Thank you, Mr. Producer. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back. And I'm joined by the one and only Miss Sharon Beck. Sharon, happy Monday. How are you?
Good, KC. I'm great. How are you?
I'm terrific. And for people who don't know, Miss Beck is the president at Luminous Life Metaphysical. And would you mind refreshing the audience, telling them what that is?
Metaphysical. We have all the woo-woo stuff. We got Reiki. We got ionic foot detox, crystals, herbal apothecary. Yeah, we help people. We have workshops and classes, and we're community based. So we have a lot of people from the community asking for help, and we support the community and they support us.
And then you teach Reiki too, don't you?
Yes, I do.
And you have to be a Reiki master to do that, correct?
Yes.
So
You have to go through all the classes to be able to teach others.
So when did you become a Reiki master? Was it when you opened up the shop, or
2014?
Okay. And well, I never asked you, like, what got you into Reiki? How did you find out about it?
Well, I had liver cancer, and a friend of mine recommended a Reiki treatment, and it helped me so much that I had to learn it.
Wow. So, this excuse my ignorance here, but how far into your diagnosis did you, was it because of pain? Was it because you were feeling run down that made you go out and seek, or the friend to come to you and say, you got to try this?
Yeah, well, I just went through a year and a half of ovarian cancer treatments.
Oh, geez.
And then I was finally cleared. And then a year later, I got liver. So my friend knew that I wasn't willing to do treatment again because it really wipes you out.
Oh,
so that's
wow.
what got me on my path. That's what got me studying herbs and Reiki and all that, to see alternative medicine, what it could do for me.
Wow. So when you say treatment, does that mean chemo?
Yes.
So after the ovarian, you did that and it knocked you out, and that was really tough, and you didn't want to go through that again. So you didn't take the chemo when you had the liver?
Well, I ended up taking 6 months of chemo with the liver, but I voted for the low dose because, but I was completely cleared in 6 months. So the herbs in the Reiki, it helps.
What kind of herbs were you taking?
Well, I was taking a lot of detox herbs like SET and milk thistle and marshmallow root, dandelion root. There's so many herbs. It's trial and error, just like conventional medicine.
Right. So this was after 6 months of the treatment for the liver cancer, and then how did you get into? That's an apothecary, right? That's where the herbs.
Yep.
Okay. So was it the same friend that turned you on to that?
No, I just started searching for a different treatment because chemo is worse than the disease itself. It totally wipes you out.
Wow.
I mean, I am not a crier by all means, but I would sit in the corner and just cry because I was still working a physical job 12 hours a day. And it was just pure hell.
Oh my God. So you'd get up and you'd get the treatment and you'd go work at the same time?
Yeah.
Wow, you are tough. You're tough.
Well, I had a lot of men. I was the only woman, so all the men were great. They kind of took up the slack when I had my treatments. They took good care of me.
Wow. So when you go through the, what is it like, I guess, the 6 months, would they call that a round, or is that
yes.
Okay, so you go through the first one, and is it gone? Is the liver what they call it, is it not when it's gone, it's when it's on remission, right?
Yes, I was in remission after 6 months, and my specialist said, whatever I'm doing, keep doing it, because he's never seen anybody recover that quick.
And how long were you on the herbs and the and the Reiki at the same time, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I still do it today, even though I've been cleared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's something called SECT. It is a good detox. I still do that once a year.
And how long into your 6 months of treatment did you start doing the Reiki and the herbs?
Immediately.
Right away. So you did it
Yeah.
in tandem with, and then you kept going with those two modalities after you got the
Yeah.
chemo,
Yep.
and you still
sure
do it
enough.
today. And that was to change your life.
It really did. It really did. I was 32 when I got the ovarian, and then 35 when I got the liver. And I still had children, 10, 11 years old. I wasn't
Wow.
ready to die.
Right.
I'm like,
Wow.
oh, hell no.
Wow, you are a tough person, I'll tell you that. Wow, so you get the job and you got the kids and you're battling this at the same time.
Yeah.
Wow. Which one of the herbs gave you say take cancer out of the equation, still with that huge responsibilities and everything you got with the job and the kids? What was one of the herbs that gave you, like the energy to get through that day even without the cancer?
Herbs and energy, I mean, it's different for everybody. I'm high strung, so I did chamomile and rose hips, which chamomile is calming and rose hips is full of vitamin C.
Uh-huh.
And vitamin C does a lot for like cancer and inflammation. So, I pump myself full of vitamin C.
What would you take?
And
A tea? Would you drink it, or a pill? What was it?
well, I took the drink, and then I would do something called a vitamin C flush about once a month. That's where you just totally flush your system with vitamin C, usually liquid, until your until your bowels are runny.
Okay.
Then you've hit your threshold for vitamin C.
Okay. You got
And
it all
then,
out, right?
yeah, you divide that by 3, and that's what you should take every day.
Wow. Wow. And the Reiki, was it the friend that gave it to you, or did you go research this as well as the herbs?
Well, the friend recommended a Reiki master to treat me, and that's who I went to. I can't even remember her name.
Oh, is that's not who you learned it from? That
No, nope.
Okay. So
I
then
learned from 3 different teachers.
Okay, where'd you find them?
Just by happenstance. They kind of fell in my lap, and I like to learn under different teachers because everybody teaches it different, and you pick up a whole lot more stuff and tools.
I see. And so how long after that was 2014? So when did Luminous Life Metaphysical come about?
I started that in 2018.
Okay. And that what were the first things, the first couple services you have? Was it Reiki? Was it herbs? How did it progress, basically, is what I'm asking.
Well, I started off with some retail and Reiki, ionic foot detox, and the NutriBody analysis. That's what I offered at first. And, I slowly made classes and got other practitioners to come in and do like tarot readings, psychic medium readings, wire wrapping classes.
What's that?
Tarot classes. Wire wrapping, it's you take a stone and you learn how to wire wrap.
So for a necklace or something like that?
Yeah, to make a necklace.
Okay. And during this time, backing up in 2014, when you're going through the liver, did you have the knowledge about crystals? Did any of that play? Did you learn about that at the same time?
No, I didn't learn about crystals. My liver cancer was 2008. I became a Reiki master in 14.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that.
So it's fine.
So when did you learn about the About
crystals.
crystals. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, my first crystal was gifted to me back in about 2011,
Okay.
and it was for anxiety. She gave me an amethyst, and then it actually helped. I'm like, huh, made me think about it. And then I started learning about energies and other crystals and just went from there. I'm still learning every day.
Mhm. And I was meaning to tell you this story. It happened this weekend. I knew I was going to be talking to you, so I made a mental note that I had to tell you. So I have right by my window, I have a bunch of crystals, right? Because you know you say that you have to get them charged by the moon or by the sun, so it comes right in, and they they're there, right? And then they're surrounded a cross. On top of the cross, there's one long, slender kind of crystal. It's a different bunch of shades of blue. It kind of looks like a it's about that big, and it's very skinny and long, and not very deep, right? So my cat gets up there, likes to hang out over there too. So so the cat does something, and the crystal falls off the cross and hits the table that it's on. It splits clearly, not this way, but like a layer of it came off, so that there are two layers.
Hmm.
They remember telling me, say, when it breaks, now it's done with whatever it has to do with you. So I went out and gave it away to my mom and my stepfather, and they were both exactly the same size,
Oh, neat.
in a clear break. So you were right on with that one.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds like blue kyanite is what you
Is that
had.
what's that
That's
good
what it
for?
sounds like. Blue kyanite's good for your throat chakra, speaking your truth. It's calming. It's helps with studies, helps you make like major life decisions.
Wow. It was so neat that you would think something skinny and long would break in half.
Right.
Just like a crack would break, but this was just like it divided into two layers, which was so strange.
Yeah. Crystals are cool.
So you have customer appreciation coming up next month. Tell me about what happens there.
Yeah, in April, not only is it my birthday, but that's when I got my license, was the day before my birthday to open up Luminous Life. So that's the month we have customer appreciation month, to where I have everything in the store 40% off.
Wow. Is it the 17th?
Yeah, the 17th is when I got my license. My birthday
Ah,
is the 18th.
that's close. All right.
Yes.
Nice. So what about the online shop? Like sometimes you'll help people pick one out or something like that if they're not in your
Mhm.
area. Does it go for that too, the 40%?
Yes, it does. Yep.
Wow. And tell the audience, if you don't mind, again, about if they want to call, and you can guide them in a way, because they can't be right there. How does that work?
You can call me. We can do a virtual tour. Call me to schedule at 234-208-9036. Or you can shoot me an email at luminouslife11@gmail.com. You can also stop by the store at 2783 Front Street in the cute little community of Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. And the zip is 44221. You can check out our website. We now have all the products online, and that is luminousmetaphysical.com.
Got it. Mr. Producer, do we have some instant feedback that came in? I can't see over there.
Yeah, we have Adriana in New Jersey wants to know, what are some good herbs that we can use in our daily life to promote immune health?
Oh, Adriana, great question. Rose hips, full of vitamin C and zinc. And echinacea, it boosts your immune system. Those two I highly recommend.
All right, cool. Thank you. What else you got, my friend?
We have Carl in Philadelphia wants to know, how often during the year should we detox our bodies?
Carl, great question. I would recommend at least once a year because we pick up toxins from the air, from our food, from what we drink. It's everywhere. So I highly recommend once a year.
And when he says detox, what do you mean by that? What does that include?
Detox is, you can do it several ways. You can do the SECT, which is a good old-fashioned detox. You can fast for 2 weeks.
What's the CSSC
The
whatever?
SEC.
Yeah, what is that one?
It
tell me about
was discovered by a nurse in the 1920s. She went to the Amazon and worked with their medicine people, and she actually cured cancer with it.
Wow.
It's a mixture of like 5 or 6 different herbs, and there's a certain way to prep it. It takes a long time.
Yeah, I would assume so. Wow. And when you're taking herbs, are you supposed to do fasting, or can you work it into your regular routine?
I mean, you can fast and do herbs at the same time. With herbs, to get the medicinal properties of the herbs, you need to steep it for 5 minutes. And fasting, I like to juice fast. That's, I got a nice juicer, and I alternate vegetable and fruit and sometimes mix them up to where I don't feel like I'm starving, but you're giving your stomach a break.
And I remember this was years ago. There was one that was very popular. I don't know if you tell me if you remember this. It was like cayenne pepper. It was lemon and it's like hot sauce or something like that. And that was like one supposed to be a cleansing, like a 7-day cleanse. Do you remember this? This was like, it's got to be like 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, that will cleanse you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so it's I think you would take it like 3 times a day. So it was lemon juice, cayenne pepper, and something else.
I would recommend that once a day.
Okay.
Because it will clear your bowels out and your back end will be on fire.
Understood.
Actually, the best cleanse to do is as soon as you wake up, drink some fresh lemon water. Just squirt some fresh lemon in some water, drink a couple cups of that, and that gets your whole system. It boosts your metabolism. It cleanses your liver. And when we sleep, we get dehydrated. So it will rehydrate you and it will alkalize you. Even though lemon is acidic in our body, it turns to alkaline.
Oh, all right. Cool. Mr. Producer, what do you got?
We have Francis in Michigan wants to know, can Reiki and herbs help enhance our current medical treatments?
Absolutely. I'm living proof. I highly recommend doing Reiki and herbal supplements along with traditional medicine. It just works so great together.
Well, I think I might have told you this, but I had read that they're putting in a Reiki master in pretty much every hospital to help with pre and post. So it's becoming very, very popular. I'm sure you see that at the store, right?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Their conventional medicine is realizing that energy work really helps.
Got it. All right, Mr. Producer, what else you got, buddy?
We have Peter in Atlanta. He wants to know, have you ever tried CBD products, and do you have any interest in them?
CBD products I use every day. I got off of all of my pain meds after I started using CBD products. They're not all created equal. It took me 2 years to find a good quality CBD. So if one doesn't work for you, try another, because the stuff is amazing.
Tell me more about that. You got off your pain medicine for that?
Yeah. There's like 12 different cannabinoids in marijuana or hemp, and CBD oil has all the cannabinoids. That's called a full spectrum. You even have like 0.03% THC. It doesn't even show up on a drug test, but it does help with anxiety and stress, and all the cannabinoids working together really help my pain and, you know, my headaches and my sleep. You know, some people only need one cannabinoid, which is CBD. You know, that's what I give my dogs. You know, I got one dog that has anxiety and one dog that's just old. And it makes a huge difference.
Wow.
Huge.
Do you carry those products at the store?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. And people can what other conditions does it treat?
Oh my. It's anxiety, pain, trauma, PTSD. There's so many, I can't think of them right now.
Yeah.
But it treats a lot. Epilepsy.
Incredible.
Yeah, the stuff is amazing. I'm so glad that we're allowed to use it now.
Cool. Well, have you ever heard of something called kratom?
Yes.
What is
I
that?
tried that too. It tastes absolutely terrible. I mean, it works wonders, but I just
It's a
just
bad
can't do it.
taste.
Yeah, it's just real chalky and blah, but it works.
Okay. All right. Miss, what else you got?
We have Stacy in Cleveland wants to know, I would love to check out your store during Customer Appreciation Month. What crystals would you recommend for beginners?
Stacy, I actually have beginner crystal kits. And the usual is like clear quartz, rose quartz, amethyst, sodalite, or blue quartz, red jasper. But I have kits all together, and it explains each crystal. So that will be 40% off, and that's an easy way to start.
Yeah, that sounds good. Do we have time for one more? We got one more? Okay.
We have Joseph in Boston asks, are there any services that you are looking to add to the shop in the near future, or are you always on the lookout?
I'm always on the lookout. We just added a gal that does biofeedback.
What's that?
Biofeedback, it was really interesting. It's a mishmash of like sound therapy, voice therapy, or voice recognition. It reads your aura. She gave me a session and I was very impressed. It was spot on.
Wow, interesting.
It kind of like retunes your energy system with sound therapy.
And how long did it take?
It took about an hour. Yeah,
and-
she's got a group coming up where a group of people for $35 that's next Saturday can join, and we do it all together, and it's 35 instead of 50.
Oh, okay. And that's an in-person thing, or is that a virtual thing?
It's in person, but if I have people interested in virtual, I can definitely set that up.
All right. Sharon, Beck, always a pleasure. Can you
Likewise.
Give us some final words, and then once again tell us how to get in touch with you?
Absolutely. Herbs is the bomb. You gotta try herbs. It saved my life, actually. And you can reach me at 234-208-9036. Shoot me an email at luminouslife11@gmail.com. Check out our big store and our website at luminousmetaphysical.com. Stop by the store, say hi, get a free present. And we are at 2783 Front Street in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, 44221. We offer virtual shopping, and I'm always available to answer questions.
All right. Well, as always, pleasure to have you on, and thanks for sharing what you did with us today. It's a real inspiration, and you're You're a tough lady, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, well, thanks.
Well, Sharon, I'll be speaking with you soon. And guys, we'll be right back. Stay right there.
Thanks, Casey.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you can now listen live on the MyTuner Radio and online Radio Box apps for iOS, Android, and the Amazon App Store. Or check us out online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com or search Podcast Business News Network on onlineradiobox.com/US so you don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
Mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned.
This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.